Okay, let's unpack this whole thing. It's really hard to ignore, isn't it? This constant message, like a low hum in the background, saying that having more stuff makes you, well, more.
Yeah, that happiness is basically something you can buy off a shelf.
Exactly. And that success, how well you're doing, it's all measured by what you own. Contentment is just like one click away. But what if that's not the real story?
It's fascinating, really, how deep that connection runs in our society. Material wealth equals well-being. It's almost baked into how we're raised.
Right. From when we're kids, we get these signals, sometimes subtle, sometimes not subtle at all, that piling up stuff is how you win at life.
Accumulation equals achievement.
Yes, and that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at the YouTube video, Escaping the Rat Race, Alan Watts on Money and Life from the Dreamium channel.
Good one. Well, that's always such an interesting perspective.
He really does. So our mission here, for you listening, is to really try and get under the skin of this system, the one that pushes us to keep consuming and maybe explore. Is there another way, a more fulfilling way to relate to our possessions and maybe to life itself?
In the video, it makes some really sharp points. It talks about that feeling of inadequacy that seems to be everywhere.
The not enough feeling?
Exactly, and how quickly that excitement fades after you buy something new.
So temporary.
And the biggest cost, maybe sacrificing our actual time in this chase?
Definitely. So let's kick things off with the engine driving it all, this consumption cycle. The video points out how we're basically taught from early on that happiness is this shiny prize you get after buying the next thing.
And your status, your place in the world, is tied to what you own, how much money you have. It's like a scorecard.
If you think about a bigger picture, though, it's not just individual choices, is it? Consumption is woven into, like, the fabric of modern life.
Absolutely. Think about how our cities are designed. Shops, malls, often right at the center.
And the advertising, it's just everywhere. Nonstop, always whispering, you're missing out on this.
It creates this constant low-level anxiety almost, and even our entertainment movies shows.
Yeah, it's supposed to be relaxing.
Right, but so often it just reinforces the desire, the latest gadget, the coolest clothes, that perfect vacation, presented as essential for a good life.
Constantly reminding us of what we don't have yet. It's relentless.
And this brings up a really key psychological point the source touches on, this sort of paradox. The more we get, the less satisfied we seem to be.
How does that work?
Well, that initial thrill, that dopamine hit from buying something, it fades super fast.
Right, I know that feeling.
And then you're right back to feeling that itch, that need for the next thing. It almost feels biological after a while.
It really is like a treadmill, isn't it?
Yeah.
You buy something, feel good for a second, but it vanishes, so you start looking for the next hit.
Always chasing.
And the video nails it when it calls this whole thing a race you can't actually win.
Yeah, no finish line.
You get the promotion, you buy the bigger house, but suddenly you notice there's an even bigger house or a fancier car. The goalposts just keep moving further away.
And Alan Watts, like the video highlights, called it an unwinnable game. The rules are kind of rigged. Once you hit one level of comfort, society just raises the bar.
Keeps you striving perpetually.
It connects to that idea of hedonic adaptation. We just get used to new things really quickly and they stop making us happy.
Right. And the video makes a really important clarification here. It's not saying money is bad or having nice things is bad.
No, not at all.
The real issue is the illusion. This belief we've bought into that material stuff can somehow fill, a deeper hole, an existential kind of void.
That's the core of it, I think. The source suggests this emptiness, this feeling of lack. It doesn't actually come from not having enough stuff.
So where does it come from?
It comes from being disconnected from something deeper inside, or maybe from each other or the world, something that, a new phone just can't fix.
Which leads perfectly into how our relationship with objects, with just things, has changed so dramatically.
Yeah, the video contrasts the past and present quite stark.
How so?
Well, think about how things used to be valued. Maybe for craftsmanship, for durability, things you'd take care of, maybe even pass down. They had a story.
Heirlooms, yeah. Things with meaning beyond just the price tag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Compare that to today. With planned obsolescence being so common, things are literally designed to break or become outdated quickly.
So you have to buy the next version.
Right. And the video asks, what does that do to us? If everything is meant to be disposable, does that change how we value, everything? Our time, our effort, even relationships.
It's a bit chilling when you put it like that. It feels like disposability kind of breeds this broader disconnection.
Yeah.
We get hooked on the quick fix, the instant gratification. Novelty becomes the main goal.
And maybe we lose the ability to just enjoy things slowly, to find meaning in things that aren't immediate or flashy. The video sort of hints at that.
It makes sense. You see rising rates of dissatisfaction, anxiety, depression, even in places where people have access to more goods and services than ever before in history.
It strongly suggests that the cycle of wanting and getting isn't actually meeting our fundamental human needs, does it? Needs for connection, for purpose, for meaning.
So the video then flips it and talks about reconnecting with matter. What does that mean exactly?
It's about appreciating the physical world beyond just owning bits of it. It's recognizing the qualities of things, their sturdiness, their history, their essence, developing a real bond with the tangible.
Not just seeing it as inventory.
Right. The video uses the word soul, suggesting mass-produced items often lack that. They don't have a history, no maker's touch you can feel.
And the sheer speed of it all, how fast things are made and then thrown away, makes matter itself feel kind of temporary, flimsy.
Almost unreal sometimes. And think about repair culture versus replacement culture.
We used to fix things. Now it's often cheaper or easier just to toss it and buy a new one.
And that logic, that replace, don't repair mindset, the video suggests it might bleed into other parts of our lives too, which is a really powerful thought.
How so?
Well, think about skill. The video uses the example of manual work, carpentry, pottery, making things with your hands.
Yeah, those skills aren't always valued as highly now, are they?
Often seen as less prestigious than, say, intellectual. Our education system, our office jobs, they often emphasize abstract skills over tangible creation.
So we lose that direct connection, that hands-on feeling.
We can, yeah. And the argument is that this distance also messes with our sense of time. We become less patient, we lose appreciation for slow, careful processes. Everything has to be now.
Instant results.
And you see it everywhere, like the video points out. Look at food. Fast food, ultra-processed meals. Speed and convenience win out over quality, over the experience of cooking, even over just tasting properly.
Definitely. Or leisure time.
Yeah.
How much of it is passive scrolling on a screen?
Right. Instant, easy stimulation, but often pretty shallow compared to, say, learning a craft or playing music or even just having a deep conversation. Things that take effort and engagement.
So pulling it all together, the video really highlights this massive paradox. We have more stuff than ever, but often feel less fulfilled.
Quantity hasn't delivered quality of life, in a sense. That deeper connection seems to be what's missing.
And the video suggests a desire to return to basic, to the essential, is a pretty natural response to this situation.
Yeah, but it's careful to say this isn't about, like, rejecting modernity entirely. It's not about throwing out your phone and moving to a cabin unless you want to.
Right. It's more subtle.
It's about becoming more conscious, choosing things deliberately, valuing quality, longevity, things made with care, rather than just getting swept up in the latest trend.
So the problem isn't the material goods themselves.
No, it's our relationship with them. That's the key.
And shifting that relationship, reconnecting with the physical, valuing quality, that can actually lead to a richer life.
That's the idea. Stepping off the consumption treadmill can slow things down. It creates space to appreciate the present moment, to cultivate those non-material things that actually nourish us, good conversations, learning new things, real human connection.
The video mentions some cultures that still seem to have this more balanced relationship, right?
Yeah, places where craftsmanship is deeply respected, where objects are meant to last, where the time and skill involved are valued. It shows it is possible.
It's a reminder that our way isn't the only way.
And ultimately, as the video concludes, the choice is ours, individually. The system pushing consumption isn't likely to vanish overnight.
Probably not.
But we can choose. We can choose whether to stay on that treadmill chasing the next thing, or to intentionally cultivate a life based on, what actually matters to us.
Reclaiming our time, our energy, maybe defining wealth differently.
Exactly. Maybe true wealth isn't about how much you have, but how you live.
So as you're thinking about all this, maybe just consider this one thing. What's one small shift, one tiny intentional step you take today to move away from just chasing possession, cultivating a richer, connected